before that. And I continued to do news blogging there. I continued to kind of stay, I hate to use the term relevant, but I guess that's kind of it. I kept my contacts up. I kept going to as many conventions as I could afford to on my credit card. And so I continued to know the people who were in the industry. I knew my friends who were no longer in the industry, and well, of course I'm still friends with them. I know who to go to, who not to go to, things like that. So when I got hired for AnimeVice.com, where I work now, I already knew everybody, which is a big help because the people who hired me don't know anyone at all. They're all also former CNET employees, my employers, random connection. So I would tie in and say, just keep working, keep doing something. Whatever it is, whatever you think you're doing, if you are not putting out something that people want to read, see, watch, do, whatever, nobody's going to care. And why would they? And I mean, there are lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people on YouTube who, do the little video posts where they talk about why they like Naruto, Bleach, whatever these shows are. And those are great videos. But so many people are doing them, you have to really be doing something different, and you have to be really consistent with it. You have to keep churning out that content. So it's like a big, Jenga block. But you don't want to pull them out because that was not a very good metaphor. I'm totally winging this here. It also helps to have a dribble in your head, I'm told. I'll let you know. What? Sure.
How did you get your start? How did you get your start at Anime Online? How did they discover you?
Well, actually, that's kind of also a funny story. My senior year of college, I sent in a resume to Anime Insider, Wizards then Anime Magazine, and a man named Rob Bricken was the editor-in-chief there at that time. He left shortly thereafter, before I started freelancing for Anime Insider, to go work for Navarre for Anime Online. And he still a bunch of resumes, I'm told, mine among them. And he kind of, I'm sure, staffed them in the order of people he wanted to hire, got through, 3/4 of the staff, and finally got to me, and called me and said, I've got this project. I really can't tell you anything about it. Want to fly out to Texas for a day? And I said, sure, creepy guy on the phone. That sounds great. Because that's what I do. I meet creepy men on the internet. No, Rob is not creepy. He's just drunk. He's a great, great guy. You should all read his blog, Topless Robot. If you want to talk about some of the best just content you can't get elsewhere, he is the master, and he's only been doing the web for a few years. He's only been doing Topless Robot for about as long as I've been doing Anime Life.
Was your education important?
Yes, I am, and I think I'm safe to say this, I'm one of relatively few anime journalists with a journalism degree, which is not to say that if you have some... which is not to say that you can't do anime journalism without one, and if you have the right instincts, and you can kind of pick up most of the rest. But I really think it helped me a lot just in feeling confident to do a lot of kind of the go-getter stuff. I reached out to companies that I hadn't already met when I was still running just geopet.net. I cold called Hollywood studios trying to get through to the writer on the Cowboy Bebop script, and boy, that paid off. Peter Craig is a really nice guy. You should all be interested in that film. Even if you're not going to Keanu Reeves, I can understand that. You really have to put forth the effort. You really have to have kind of the gumption. Don't be the annoying person who calls every week asking if somebody's hiring or if they can do this for you or that. But be willing to ask the question. Be willing to email the company and ask the question. Don't just sit there and post it on your blog. I see so many people do that who sit there and I have all these questions for Bandai Entertainment or for Funimation about why they're doing things the way they're doing. And especially those two companies, they're pretty friendly. The anime industry is incredibly approachable, and manga as well. For the most part, you can get a response on some level. And, they really want to put out good products for people. So I think that they're more willing to just sort of chat it up. You won't always necessarily get the answers you want, but more often than not, I find you can get answers. If you are polite, if you are professional, that means not being a nag, that means typing out you and R. I can't do it backwards in Skywriting, but you get what I mean. So yes, my education was very important because I kind of began to understand some of the ethics involved, some of the networking sort of protocols involved. AP Style Guide is helpful if you're not quite sure whether you should abbreviate this and when you should use the number and not type out the word. And there are varying debates on what exactly exactly that should be. I usually type it out for 10 and under. So yes, education, good. You can get away without it in some cases, but especially right now, so many people want to break into, especially kind of geek journalism, that you really have to have something that sets you apart. And a journalism degree is a good one. Because everybody comes in and says, I can write, and I'm a fan. Why don't you hire me? That'd be perfect. And it's like, well, okay, but we have like 20,000 of you who want this job. So journalism degree, definitely helpful on that.
Should we take questions from the audience?
Sure.
Hi, I have a YouTube production called The Full Sun Elizabeth Cookie Show, and I guess my ambition on the net is to become the anime mascot who mimics specific moves from fighting video games, preferably women. There isn't too many galleries on women in the video game world that focuses on their life stories or their acrobatic talents. And so I guess that is my goal, and I want to copyright. So my question is, would it be best to copyright the idea or the actual footage of me actually doing the moves from fighting video games? Like, a good example would be actually doing spinning bird kick in real life that Chun-Li does. I guess I came up with the idea of doing this is from seeing Hollywood movies that are just done so incorrectly. You know, from wrong ethnicities to moves that are done so wrong, you know, to storylines being botched. And I guess as a fan, I'm like, well, I've been a performing artist. I've been into gymnastics for 15 years. I'm like, I can do this stuff even though I'm not, you know, the anime character itself. I would like to teach and do that and get people involved who are into the performing arts. So is it good to copyright the footage?
The fun thing about copyright is, and I'm not the copyright expert, but I do know this, once you have kind of put something in a published form, which for example posting a YouTube video is, it's copyrighted. Registering the copyright is helpful if you really think that people are going to steal your video. However, that copyright covers your video. It does not cover the move. Now theoretically you could trademark the name of a move. I don't think you could actually trademark the move itself. But trademark is trickier than copyright because you really have to be willing to defend it. If people start using your trademark and you are not sending out cease and desist and you are not suing them, which is, you know, obviously a big financial ordeal, your trademark can actually become invalid.
Small response. I don't know so much about the trademark because then that would fall under Capcom and SNK for actually drawing the animation for the movie itself in the video game. You know, I don't know how that would actually work. I would probably have to rename the movie.
Yeah, I guess they have trademarks on those names. I would guess. You'd have to look it up. And there is, I believe, a trademark database and copyright database on the web that you can look this stuff up in.
There's also an internet trademark and copyright panel going on, I think, in the next room over.
Yes.
Right about now. So you might
You're in the wrong panel room.
No, we're
That's in the
Yeah.
next, actually.
Thank you.
You know what you should do though is, don't worry about copyright for now. If you get famous, don't worry about the copyright. What you want to do is you want to get those videos up on YouTube. You want to allow other bloggers to discover it and embed that video into their website. When you're just getting started, I mean, as long as you're not, and also you want to become known for who you are and how you're doing these moves. The moves themselves are kind of secondarily. You want to be known for being an expert in how you perform and as a performer. So what's important is when you get these videos out there, don't worry about copyright, don't worry about other bloggers putting it on other sites. You want people to do that. What you want to do though is make sure at the end of the video you have information on how people could come back to your own website. How people could, so if I'm a random internet user and I come across the video on somebody else's blog, I could somehow trace that back to your website. That's actually more important than, don't get obsessed about, you don't steal things, but worry less about the copyright and more about the craft and actually getting it out there.
Just real quick, the copyright panel is at 5 p.m. in this room.
Thank you.
Purple?
Oh, thanks. Hi, my name is Devon. I'm a writer, and I've been finding it extremely difficult as a writer, especially since I write a little bit of everything, mostly